Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we are mailing it in for Easter. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Justine Mays, Matt Welge, and Linda Modica.
Hey gang, what's up?
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hey-oh, so yeah. Easter. Here we are, Easter Sunday. And I don't know. Do anybody do anything exciting for Easter? Is that? I'm literally like doing nothing. I'm batching it this weekend as we record this, so I'm home alone. I'm like Macaulay Culkin. I'm home alone. I had macaroni and cheese for dinner. I literally, I was eating it when I got a text from Linda saying, "Hey, isn't this supposed to be starting?" I was like, "Shit, that's right. I'd start Fridays at 8. All other nights when it's during the week is 8:30. But so then I had to throw my macaroni and cheese away. I ruined it, and then had come running up here. I tried it. Again, badly coded. I didn't have time to write out a long text. So I got to get that macaroni out of there. I got to grab my computer. I got to run upstairs. I threw Justine just a Hail Mary and hoped that she would just run with it, but she didn't. She was.
It was a very badly worded text.
Well, it was. I was under a great deal of duress.
I have Linda's phone number and I have Stephanie's phone number, but I do not have Matt's phone number. So
you do what you can. That would have been better than nothing. But what are you going to do? I was
and clearly
stressed.
you had already talked to Linda, so.
Well, yeah, but I didn't have time to put all the details in the thing. I was just like, who else is on? I thought she would then, notify people that she did.
You said who else is on when you just could have said running late, let them know. Same amount of work.
I didn't have that sort of time. I was running,
A lot more letters. It's a lot more letters.
A lot more letters.
I was sitting in the room, and I'm like, there's nobody in here.
Nobody here.
No,
Yeah.
Just waiting.
I kept entering and exiting, and I'm like, maybe it's me.
Maybe it's me. It's not him. It's not him. It's me.
Not Steve's fault. I entered and exited.
Clearly, it's not his fault. He never makes a mistake. So
no.
Yeah, so that was bad. But so for Easter, for me, again, home alone, I'm not doing anything. Maybe I'll call my mom and I don't know, see if she wants to go out to lunch or something. I haven't really thought that far ahead. So my mom's home, and then the warden does get home at dinner time. But we got friends coming in from Indiana that are on their way home after a trip to Texas, and they're driving through. And they're like, "Hey, you guys want to go to dinner?" And I'm like, "It's Easter. I don't think places are open." And they're like, "You've been talking about this place has got these really good chicken wings. We want to go." And I was like, well, it's Easter. They're probably not open. Well, the warden checks, and sure enough, they're open. So then now I'm going to dinner, eating chicken wings in the evening on Easter, apparently. Yes.
Yeah.
I know.
I feel like Easter has gotten less important, and a lot more restaurants are open Easter Day and Easter evening, and that's all my mom and I are doing. She's like, let's go get lunch on Easter. That's all we're going to do. Because my sister-in-law's Catholic, they'll go to her family because it's a big deal for them. So it's my mom and I, and like we'll just go get lunch at some restaurant, and that's really all we're doing.
Okay.
He feels like the need to celebrate in some way where I'm just like, it's a Sunday. I could just like sleep and do nothing. But she feels the need to still acknowledge the day. So I'm like, all right, let's just go get lunch. It makes me happy. It's fine.
We tend to not do any sort of thing in my family because we don't have a big family unit, especially with the kid being out of town. At best, our big holidays are going to be 3 people: my mom, the warden, and me. And so we don't really do these things.
Yeah. So. And you don't have little kids to hunt eggs, so it's like
right. So it's kind of a lame thing to get together. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly what's happening. How about you, Matt? You got to do this stuff, right?
Yeah. Well, I too am home alone. The wife and the daughter did a little Orlando trip for my daughter's spring break, and so they wanted to make sure they got a little bit of beach time, a little bit of vacation time. So their best friend, or the 2 moms and the 2 girls, and all the girls went out for a little trip for the week. So I'm home alone with the dogs, and I think I might Here's a little thing about me. I'm Lutheran. I was born and raised Lutheran, but I married into a Catholic family, and so I was married in a Catholic church, and we raised our daughter Catholic, and so I'm kind of pseudo-Catholic. I never really officially converted, but I might go back to the Lutheran service on Sunday.
Okay, all right. You're gonna go back to the past. You're gonna.
But I always enjoy going to church and then rewarding myself with like a nice pancake breakfast. I feel like it's a nice reward for getting up early to go to church. Like, it's a reward, So yeah,
it's a reward. Okay. Will your wife be disappointed by this?
By me going to a Lutheran?
Yes, like she feels like you've taken a step backwards. You've regressed.
No,
not at all. Not at all.
Are you making the pancakes? Are you like hitting up IHOP?
No, I'm hitting up like an Egg Harbor type. Yeah, a nice
Egg Harbor.
Nice,
oh wow, he's upscale. Okay. All right. Sounds exciting. We started a few years ago. If we were going to get together for Easter, which we haven't been together for Easter for a while. Gerber sandwiches. That's a St. Louis thing.
Oh yeah.
Gerber sandwich, we would have, because it's ham, so it's that was our nod to Easter. We would have Gerber sandwiches to eat. Maybe I'll see if my mom wants to go out for Gerbers if she wants to do something. That just came to me. That sounds like a good idea. I'll call my mom, see if she wants to go out. How nice is that? How about you, Linda? What do you got going on for Easter?
So we'll have my kids over and their spouses and all the grand dogs, and then my brother and his husband. And Matt's gonna make his first ever brisket. So have good thoughts. We also bought frozen
That's pretty bold. Yeah, like you got a backup plan. It's pretty bold doing your first one at a big party like that. You've got that's because that's what's 8-10 people. So for 10 people, So it's good you got the backup. So okay.
We have a 15-pound brisket.
Okay, well that sounds pretty good.
Defrosting in our refrigerator right now.
Yeah.
How long does one cook a 15-pound brisket for?
8 hours, apparently.
Holy Nikes.
So what time are you guys hosting? What time's he getting up to start this thing?
What time is he getting up? So we're hosting at 6, and I will be getting up at like 10. He will be getting up earlier than me to put that brisket on.
Oh, if it's because that would be 3 a.m. He's got to get it going. So
yeah.
For him.
So he's setting an alarm in the middle of the night. I assume because he does the set it and forget it. He's got like a Traeger or something, right? He just does it all on his phone, all that stuff.
So Matt sets alarms every single morning, and he does not wake up to them. Okay. So every single morning I wake him up for work because his alarm goes off and he does not wake up. So I have to like punch him and say, hey, it's time for you to go to work.
Yeah.
And then he hits snooze and goes back to sleep. It's very frustrating, but yeah, that's what we'll be doing probably Sunday morning.
Okay.
So you will be getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, you kind of will. Yeah.
He kind of So I'll be waking up and then going back to sleep, like I do. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Justine, what about you? What do you got going on for Easter? Anything?
We are having dinner over at my brother's house. because my nephews have to go to their mom's house after church.
Okay. Okay. So you're going over there for like breakfast or
No, for dinner.
for dinner? Okay. So
I have to be there at 5:30.
so I assume church in the morning and then afternoon with mom and then evening at your brother's. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Ham? Is it ham?
Ham? Is there ham involved?
More than likely.
Okay.
That's the big one, right?
That's
I don't really care for ham.
really.
So,
Even at Freddie No's house?
no, I like it there, but I don't like, the only pork products that I really like are
Okay.
bacon and sausage.
Okay.
So yeah, but
No
no,
ribs?
I like,
You don't like ribs?
no,
Mm.
I don't like pork chops, pork loin, pork roast, pork butt, nothing.
Pork skins? Pork skins?
No.
Nope.
Who's still eating those? No.
They're delicious.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Pork
they're
belly.
good. Oh, they're healthy these days. They're people who are on those diets where they can only eat meat and shit.
Oh,
They're eating pork
You know,
rinds.
people are all about those, I think.
They're annoying, like everybody is. But yeah,
I did used to eat those back in the day when my parents had a vending company and
Right.
they had mesquite pork rinds that were killer. I used to eat those when I was a kid.
Oh, I hope your parents knew about this. That's shrink. I mean, the employee's stealing from them. I mean, for God's sakes. I doubt you were putting the money in and buying it out of the vending machine.
No. Just raise the truck.
Oh, I can't wait to tell your father this. If I ever meet him, I'm going to be like, hey, you do know she was stealing from you.
They know.
Okay. Well,
I
I'll give it a check.
honestly, I really didn't. I mean, occasionally I would raid the barn when I was a kid on my own, but my brother and I really didn't, because it was readily available to us at all
Right.
times. Like we didn't really, the only time we really ate stuff like that in abundance was like when our friends came over.
Yes, I know. My buddy Carl Maxey, his dad was an ice cream distributor. And I go over to his house, and there are multiple freezers, like these chest freezers, just filled with like regular ice cream, filled with novelties, popsicles, you name it. He's got it all in there. And he's like, can I have any of this? He's like, well, whatever you want. And as a kid, you're like, this is unbelievable. Why can't I join this family? I mean, it didn't work out well for him. I mean, his life ended up not being great, but as a kid, it seemed like the ultimate. You could have whatever ice cream you want, whenever you want, and anything. It's insane to me.
This is a fascinating concept because there are snack houses and ingredient houses, right? Like you grow up in one or the other. So
Right.
like I grew up in a snack house. My mom was like buying like bulk bags of chips. We always had ice cream. We always had snacks. And like my brother and I didn't overindulge because we're like, it's always just there if we want it. But like we'd have friends spend the night on the weekends and they'd be like eating like 3 bags of chips at a time. And I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, it's right there. And they're like, we don't have this at our house. And they're like, we get like carrot sticks and grapes. I'm like, well, we have those too. But you don't have 3 bags.
I wouldn't have made it in that household.
No, nobody's
I would have
stopping.
been dead in the carrot sticks and grape house. They would have been like, "Where's Steve? He didn't make it. He was weak."
He
was
wasted.
weak.
He wasted away.
Yeah.
And then like I'd go to their house, like we could like have Cokes and Pops, whatever we wanted. And then like I would go to their house
Sodas.
and like their mom would make dinner and be like, what do you want to drink? I'm like, can I have a Coke? Because like that's what we'd have for dinner. And like they'd be like, you could have water or milk. And I'm like, oh, I guess water is fine.
Who the hell drinks milk with a dinner?
People do that and it's disgusting. Ugh.
See, Jeffrey Dahmer did, I bet.
I go Paps too. But like you can have milk or juice or water. And I'm like, water is fine. Like it was bonkers.
I like water, so that's not offensive to me. But having milk with my dinner, no way.
Yeah, that was like one of my best friends, like in elementary. Like we'd stay at each other's houses every other weekend, and she loved my house because my mom's like, "Here's a Coke or here's whatever. Go help yourself to the fridge. Have whatever you want." And because like my mom would cater us, like I like Mountain Dew, and my brother liked Dr. Pepper. She liked Coke. Like the fridge was full of like pop, and
Soda.
yes, pop. And
Soda.
my best friend would be like losing her mind, and I'm just like, you you don't have to have like 3. Like they're still going to be there if you just take one. But like it blew my mind that people grew up like such different ways where I'm like, we didn't overindulge because we always had it like available. But the kids that didn't have
we had it all available. We overindulged at the Akeley house. I mean, that's just how we were.
Yeah.
We're overindulgers. Yeah. Yeah. When I was a kid, and this probably explains a lot. When I was a kid, we were the Akeleys, of course, and only we were the only Akeleys because my dad had 3 sisters, so they all had different last names. And when we would come over to the party, they're like, "Oh, here comes the Wides. We're all the Louds." You have to know this. That was a skit on Saturday Night Live, and my uncle would head this thing up. He'd be like, "Oh, we're the Louds. Look there's the Wides over there making fun of us." I'm like fucking 8 years old, and I'm fat. And they're calling me the Wides. This is my fucking family. At Christmas, you know, they're making fun of. They're actually gigging my dad, and that. But we all get thrown into it. We're the Wides. I didn't like that as a kid.
That's hurtful, really.
Yeah. My cousins all calling me the Wides and stuff. What the fuck? That's no way to live. You don't do that. I was bullied by my family, so forget about school. Yeah. Oh, ridiculous. Then you wonder why I'm a bitter old man. Well, that's there you go. There's an onion right there. There's a layer. There's a layer. This shows my therapy, apparently. This is how I'm fixing myself, I think. So, talking about this stuff. So, all right. On that note, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Linda. Linda, what do you got there?
Deer Hammer Blackberry Mead Finish.
Oh, excellent.
It's Amy's favorite, I've heard.
Yes.
And I'm not going to be able to get it out, I don't think.
Okay.
Okay, so...
Something else, or?
Yes, I'm going to do the investment port wine again.
Okay. Okay, nothing there because you ruined it by opening up twice. Yeah. But that is too bad you couldn't get in there. That is her favorite since we've had the store. She claims that's the best whiskey we've ever had. So, and she's serious about that. That's not a gig.
And Steve tried to take her bottle to a bottle share. She was not.
Oh no!
I had it in the bag. She took it out of the bag. So what is this? No.
She's like, "This is where I've been looking for this."
Right.
You can't take this.
No.
Yeah. God forbid we share something that she says is good with others. So she wasn't going to allow that. So, yeah. So she got a backup too. Because I think we only have, I don't know, like 4 bottles left. She saw that and was like, "Hey, I need a backup. This is not working. When this runs out, I won't have it." So, yeah. All right. Apparently, we bought a half barrel. There's still a half barrel left. So, and it's got another year of age on it now. So Lenny's like, "You should buy the other half." We'll see. Maybe we will. We'll see what happens. Justine, how about you? What do you got there?
I have Leopold Brothers Bottled and Bond Maryland style rye.
Okay. Okay, that's very good. Very good. I tell you what, I think Todd Leopold is America's greatest distiller, active distiller. I think if you make that list, Jimmy Russell has to be number 1. But again, you're talking about his history, and that's why he gets it, not for what he's doing today in terms of working a still. But I think if you're talking about active distillers, I think Todd Leopold's the best. I really mean that. Yeah, I am a firm believer of Todd Leopold. Just the styles that he does, the chances that he took, like getting the 3-chamber, I don't know. I think the guy is amazing. And he doesn't get a whole lot of credit. There's so many people that come in the store and never even heard of Leopold Brothers or Todd Leopold. I think that's a shame because he does such a great job. So
he oddly flies under the radar.
He does.
Even amongst like knowledgeable whiskey
right. Yeah.
Under the radar. And I think he likes it that way, though. I don't think.
I think he does too. But I also think there's sometimes when it's hurtful for him. I think that there's times when he's like, "Man, all these people get all this accolades and respect, and he doesn't get it." And I get it. I understand because I do think he should be just beloved and revered, and something that's talked about anytime we're talking about American whiskey, and he's not. So it's interesting. All right, McNew, how about you? What do you got there?
I'm going to go some Castle and Key.
Okay. Nothing there. Justine has retained the lead. Matt, you're next.
I have Heaven Hill, Bottled and Bond, but it's actually a single barrel. This is a collaboration between the Bourbon Belly Restaurant Group and the Wheaton Whiskey Club.
Okay. All right, that was nice. Not enough to knock Justine off. I've got Baron's brandy, so this is from our friends at Dancing Goat. I love this stuff. This is 80 proof, so this is like a session spirit for me. One that I can just drink and doesn't seem to impact me. I guess if I drank the whole bottle, it would, but when I'm drinking, it's like, I'm not even getting a buzz here. It's just good. All right, let's see what we got here. That was good, too. I'm going to throw it to a judge. Linda, who wins this, me or Justine?
Justine.
Justine wins. Fair enough. As wrong as I may feel that is, I've got to live with that because I threw it to a judge. So, despite what Tim says, cheers.
Cheers, Justin.
Justin.
What the fuck? Here's a guy who's very sensitive about his last name, just called Justine Justin. So, yeah.
I thought it was funny the last time we were on. She told that story. I just thought it was.
People call her that all the time, which I don't even understand. First
it makes
of all,
no sense. It makes no sense at all.
It's fine.
it's
Better than being called Carrie
Yeah,
by somebody that I've known for a very long time.
yeah. Call her Carrie. I don't understand.
Not that there's anything wrong with Carrie.
Right,
She's my best friend.
We know this. But I don't understand the I don't think I've ever confused a Justin and a Justine. The Justines I call Justine, and the Justins I call Justin, and it's weird to me. But apparently it happens to Justine quite a bit. People look at it and be like, Justin.
That E at the end says it all. Like, that's all you need to look at, and you know how to pronounce the name. Like, that's wild.
Right. Right. Yeah. It's not like she has a weird spelling of her name or anything like that. I mean, it's straightforward. It's an alternative spelling.
Did see somebody on Instagram commented on a post that I was looking at, and her name was spelled Justene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Trying too hard.
Yeah.
Trying too hard. Yeah. Do better.
Yeah.
All right. What we'll do next, we'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're just celebrating Easter. So we'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
Ooh, damn, that's good.
Yep.
Oh.
Sorry.
And you're
Welcome
listening to
back.
Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we are mailing it in for Easter Sunday.
Yes, we are. Literally no show prep. Does anybody have something they want to talk about? Anybody got any?
I can tell you about a weird interaction.
Okay, let's hear it. This is McNew defines something as weird. It's got to be crazy. What do you got?
It might not even be that crazy. It was just weird to me. So yesterday, they had my street shut down because they were like removing some limbs out of power lines, right?
Okay.
Like trucks in the roads, like so they're directing traffic to one lane, right? So it gets a little backed up. And Oakley likes to pee out front. Saint likes to pee out back. I take them out different doors. It's a whole process in this house. So I have Oakley outside, like he's peeing on his little brick wall that he likes to pee on. And it's right by the street. Like
Sure. He's whizzing on the neighbor's house. So yeah, go ahead.
It's a brick wall that like says the apartment complex name, and I'm just like,
perfect. Yeah.
Wonderful. Do what you want. I don't give a fuck. So he pees there, but it's right by the street. So this guy in a pickup truck, he's on the passenger side. He's not even driving it. He's hanging out the window, and he says, "What kind of cat is that?" Chihuahua. And he was like, "Oh, I thought it was a cat." And I was like, No, he's definitely a dog. He's a little Chihuahua mix. And then Oakley's just still peeing on shit. And I'm just like, oh, okay. And he's like, well, are you having a good day? And I'm just like, yeah, it's a pretty good day. And like, mind you, I look like this at home. Like I be looking homeless at home. I'm not wearing nice clothes. Like I have like shorts on, oversized hoodie. Like here's.
Do you not really understand men that well? Is this what you're saying? Because a guy, this is an opening line. I know this is a dog, but I'll be like, hey, what kind of cat is that?
No, so this is exactly what's happening.
This is the line, McNew.
I know this after the interaction. But like he was just like, oh, okay. So he's like, I'm having a good day too. And I'm like, all right, well, thanks. And he's like, you look, and I'm trying to like pull Oakley because like I'm uncomfortable and like I want to go back inside. And like Oakley's just fucking minding his own damn business. And like he's tiny, but he's like a fucking brick. Like he doesn't move unless he wants to move. So I'm like pulling him. And then like he's just like, hey, you look good though. And I'm just like, oh, I said, haha, thanks. And I keep trying to move. And he's like, I meant the Chihuahua. And I was like, oh, okay.
I meant the Chihuahua. Okay.
And then
did you ask him if he can change a tire?
I should have. No. So I just pick Oakley up and I like walk inside. But the funniest thing was like the whole time, like this is like an older, like 1990s pickup truck, right? Like it looks like a work truck.
Sure.
This guy is like hanging out the window of the passenger side, and all I kept hearing in my head was like the TLC song "No Scrubs," like hanging out the side of the passenger side of your best friend's ride, trying to holler at me, and that's all I fucking thought about. And I'm just like, it was a whole interaction that just like threw my whole day for a loop. Where I'm just like, yes, you're hitting on me because you want to talk about my dog, but that you thought was a cat, or you didn't, and you just thought that was funny, but I didn't. And it was like, I just want my dog to pee and to go back inside. That's all I want to happen. Move along. But,
yeah, well, you know, the idea that you're dressed down and you don't see what guys can see through that. So yeah, you're not hiding the fact how you look by not being what you think is your best.
No, I just look like a bum at home.
There's a whole group of us that men that like women who are just casual looking and not all dressed up and gussied up as you think you need to look.
I brush this hair and like
that's a thing. That's a thing.
Real hair. And it's just on
There's
top
probably plenty of guys who would be like, I like the McNew that's walking the dog better than the McNew that is duck-lipped and looking on Instagram the way she thinks people want to see her. You might be surprised, McNew.
Also, this week, you know the thing that I've always joked about where I'm just like, I'm going to quit my job and sell feet pictures?
Sure.
I didn't quit my job this week, but I did
sell some feet pictures? But you did. Okay, perfect.
He has like asked me for like 6 months straight. Like I don't even know who this is, but like every now and then he's like, "Can I ask about your feet?" I'm just like, I just ignore. He's talking to himself in my DMs, and then like I don't know, maybe 4 months ago, like he asked, and I just sent an Apple Pay request for $150, and then he didn't talk to me for 2 months. And I was like, good, leave me alone. So he started it up again last week, and I was just kind of like,
oh my God.
I was like, okay. So I was bored and I was a little drunk and a little mad at someone else. So I was like, how much? And he was like, $20. I was like, no, that's not enough. So I did get $50 out of him, and I just sent one photo, and it was just like propped up on my chair outside because I was sitting outside.
I don't understand the perversion that you have to be interested in someone's feet. I'm not sure.
I don't understand, and I don't even have cute feet. Like,
why don't you send pictures of Swiat's feet? He wants to show his feet off all the time. Just when someone does it, take their money and send him Swiat's feet.
You know what? I think he's missing an opportunity because I just made $50 for like a second worth of non-work.
Go get that cheddar. That's fine. Yeah. Go get it.
Yeah.
Cash App, send it.
Here's the twist. It was actually Matt that bought it.
Yeah. I don't understand the
I don't get it
either, but I mean, if somebody, you know, because it's just your feet, right? Things could be a whole lot worse. So if somebody wants to pay you for that, I mean,
yeah. No, and I don't understand the concept either, but I was just kind of like, you know what, fuck it, I'm bored, let me see what I can do.
I just worry that it's a entree into, she must like me because she sent me that. Even though I paid her for it. I worry about your safety. I just worry about your safety.
Me too. I feel like one of these days McNew is going to go missing, and then we're going to find some man wearing her skin.
Yes.
That's so scary. Yeah. That's so dark.
That is the world that we live in.
Right.
So, like, that's why.
Or her body's recovered and it's missing its feet.
Yeah.
But they just stole my feet. Oh,
Happy Easter, everybody.
No.
Hey, her feet has a picture of a rosary on it or some shit. So
I have a rosary, and then the other one has stars.
So it does tie in, Matt. So don't think we're too off track here.
Yeah. Yeah. But do you guys know why I have a rosary? Because I'm not religious at all. But
I don't understand. I don't.
No, listen. So
I've seen it. I don't know why, but you tell us. Why does this make sense in McNew's world?
Because I am millennial trash, and we were raised by Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie on The Simple Life. Nicole Richie had a rosary tattoo, so I had to get a rosary tattoo. That is the only
fuck? You were raised by Paris Hilton and the what the fuck? I don't understand that.
Nicole had one. I had to get one. And
Linda, tell us about your rosary tattoo on your foot because of.
No tattoos.
You're a millennial as well. I mean, you were raised by her. Why didn't you get it?
I'm not a millennial.
I think you are. When were you born?
74.
Oh, well,
no, she's
X.
She's
I'm X. We're feral. We raised ourselves.
We raised ourselves.
100%.
That's the story.
Yeah.
My mom was home. I didn't really raise myself. My mom was home, yelling at me. Yeah. And but in some ways you did raise yourself because I wasn't allowed to be in the house. My mom was home, but she would be like, "Get out." I'm like, "What? Get out of the house. Go do something. Go play. We'll see you for dinner."
Yeah, okay. You raised yourself.
I guess so.
To run the neighborhood and come back for dinner time. You knew when dinner time was, so you're back. But
right,
hear what you did all day.
Yeah.
I learned how to break into my mother's house, and I was a latchkey kid, and I lost my key. So therefore, I learned how to break into my mom's house.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
My sister one time, I don't know where I was at. I was in high school, but my sister was 3 years younger, and she forgot her key, and she thought. My mom would plant like the tomatoes and they'd have that little plastic thing, that says it's a Roma tomato or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Yes. She decided she could use that as a key and open the door, and she broke the thing off in there and the door wouldn't work. And I fucking loved it because then I come home and I got a key and I try to get it. I'm like, this door isn't working. And my sister's like, well, I wouldn't know what happened there. I don't know. So then I had to walk up to my grandma's house because she lived like a block away. And I was like, I called my mom and I was like, the door's not working. Something's wrong. And And then my mom comes home and she just starts yelling because she can see this plastic thing in there. And my sister did it, and I loved it because I had nothing to do with it. It's the greatest fucking feeling in the world when your sibling is getting in trouble and you had nothing to do with it. It's just awesome. So she got her ass handed to her over that one. She was like, oh, she saw on TV that someone used a credit card to open a door. She thought she could use that plastic thing there to open the door. But other thing, they don't even put it in the keyhole. They use it to slide something.
Yeah, you slide it in between the door and the frame.
My sister thought because they used a credit card to open a door, she could get that thing open with that tomato thing.
Lock.
Yeah. And then my parents were very cheap because then they had to get the lock fixed, and they're just furious. She got in all kinds of trouble for that one. And usually she never got in trouble. It was only me that ever got in trouble, so I enjoyed that one thoroughly. That was one of my finest moments. Yeah.
Were you and your sister not on the same team, Steve?
No, I didn't get along with my sister.
So my brother and I were so close. Like my mom, we didn't really have a lot of rules. But my mom was like, if you aren't home by 2 a.m., stay wherever the fuck you are. That was our only rules, when we got our licenses. We didn't care where we were, just stay where you are if it's after 2 a.m. when I'm locking the doors. So we're like, okay. So he would be gone or I would be gone. And it was the early days of cell phones when you could send a text, but it would cost 10 cents or whatever.
Right.
So I'm coming home. Let me in the back door. We would just sneak each other in all the time. And I'm just like, that's my best friend.
There you go. Yeah.
Those were the days when you'd be because we had a cell phone too. And we were you have to call after 9, between 9 and 6 a.m. Because otherwise it was what?
You had a cell phone?
I had a cell phone in college, in 90 something. Yeah, we had one pretty early.
I didn't have a cell phone until 98 is when I got a cell phone for my job. For my job, I got a cell phone.
Probably 96 when we were in college, we had a cell phone. Yeah.
Anybody have a bag phone? Bag phone?
No.
I knew people that did, though.
My parents
They're called drug dealers.
That we would switch in between cars.
Yeah.
But I had a cell phone shortly after I got out of high school, but I was only allowed to use it for emergencies. I had 10 minutes on it.
Yeah, my bag phone was, I think it was $3 a month my dad paid, but then if you made a phone call, that one phone call was $19. And so if I called, he'd be like, stop calling me with your bag phone.
So cost prohibitive, right?
Right.
Ridiculous.
My parents there were two cell phone, bag phones that they would switch in between vehicles. And the one time I was going to Detroit to see my cousins, and I was on 75 and stuck in traffic, and a big boom truck hit the car behind me, which then hit me. And I had to plug the phone in to call my mom, and then she didn't even fucking answer the phone.
Okay.
What is the point of sending this with me in case of emergency, and I have an emergency, and then you don't fucking answer the phone because you don't recognize the number of your own phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Yeah. I just grew up in a poor family, so we didn't have that sort of technology. We were just like I said, I don't like my parents. I don't even know when they got a fucking phone. And my mom to this day doesn't even really know how to use a cell phone. She'll make a call and then she has to plug it back in right away because it's the battery might run out. So yeah.
My mom's phone, she's had the same cell phone for at least 8 years. This woman doesn't upgrade anything. It finally died. So 2 Sundays ago, my brother was like, do you have any extra phones? I was like, no, I don't anymore. And he's like, well, shit, I'm going to have to take mom to Verizon and get her a new phone. I said, no, just log into her account, order it to your house, you program it and get it all together. He's like, no, I'll just take her to the Verizon store. I was like, better you than me, because that's a shit show every time. Not a good day. And he went, he's like, what the fuck is happening, Steph? I'm like,
right.
No, I told you, not a good time. But then he gets her phone set, he gets her on the phone, gets it all good for her. And then she's like, I can't get into Facebook. I can't get into this. I can't get into my email. So 2 Sundays ago, she was like, do you want to go get lunch? I was like, not really. But she's like, well, I need to come see you anyways because I can't get into these things and you're going to have to do it for me. I was the worst Sunday of my life, bugging my mother back into her things she couldn't get into because she doesn't know any of her passwords. And she's just like, I think it's this, I think it's that. And I'm like, I wrote them down for you when I made them for you. Like,
no, she had to throw that away. That was
years ago. Yeah, it's in a desk drawer, lost or in the
breach
trash.
of trust. Yeah, to have that.
Yeah, so I had to create all new passwords. Somehow, like, it took me 3 hours to get her back into all of her emails, her Facebook, everything else. And I'm like, God damn, like, you taught me how to walk and to use a spoon and like to talk, and this is the worst day of my life is to teaching you how to use your phone.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Our parents. So we got to take care of our parents. They need our help. So yeah, there you go.
At least he went to the phone store with her. I didn't have to experience that. I guess I got the least of it.
Yeah. I agree. These days, I don't go to any of those stores because they're, like you said, that's a pain in the ass. When you get a new one, you just, it's easy now. Now you just convert things over. They give you the steps to do it, and it's nothing.
You just ship it to your house, connect them both to the Wi-Fi. It's done.
It's done. Yeah.
And he was like, she won't understand that. And I'm like,
it's so easy.
Right, you're right, but just steal her phone and do it at your house and bring it back to her, like to make your life easier. And he wouldn't do it. So you know what? He brought that on himself. I don't feel bad.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Well, there you go. There's our special Easter bonanza this year. Very exciting stuff, and good time. So I appreciate you guys doing this show, and it was a bonus one. We forgot to write a fifth show. So, and when I say we, I mean me. But we all have to take responsibility here. There you go. We'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Matt, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me across all socials at Whiskey Tequila Fridays Podcast.
All right. Linda.
Across all socials as Linda Modica.
All right. Justine.
You can find me on Instagram at JA_Maze.
All right. McNew.
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV. Do not DM me for feet pictures.
Oh, they will. They will. For me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley across all social media. ABVnetwork.com is our website where we put our content. ABVBarrelShop.com, that's an important one. That's where we put all of our information about the shop, what new picks are coming in, what events we've got going on, festivals, all that kind of stuff. ABVBarrelShop.com. And also check out Bourbon Sasquatch on YouTube. We put out some fun talks on there, so check it out. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Cheers.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.